Hi there, Scorpio. It's Maria DeSimone from InsightfulAstrology.com, and I am so excited to tell you guys that we're back. Insightful Astrology video horoscopes are back, and although I no longer have the professional quality with the graphics and everything else, the content is the same. It's me talking to you guys about your astrology and your life, and I hope that you continue to find this information helpful. That is always my goal. So, Scorpio, you are another sign that I'm going to ask to take a deep breath. I did this with Taurus, and I'm doing this with you. Take a deep breath, because I have some news for you that could be life-changing. And I don't say this lightly, because I understand that you are a fixed sign like Taurus. And for fixed signs, change is not always easy. It's something that sometimes we fight, actually. Okay, but Uranus is the planet that recognizes when you're stuck in a rut in a certain area of your life. And when you are stuck in this rut and you just start going through the motions and kind of living your life being asleep at the wheel, Uranus comes along and says, nah, that's not serving your soul well. It's time for a growth spurt. And for you, Scorpio, that growth spurt is on its way in relationships. Yes, personal relationships, business relationships. This is because for the first time in 84 years, on May 15th, the planet Uranus will move into the sign Taurus, which is your opposite sign. And that means Uranus will enter your seventh house of relationship. Uranus is going to hang out here until November 6th and then dip back into your sixth house of work and health to finish up some lessons there. But then on March 6th, 2019, Uranus will go back into your seventh house and will stay there until April of 2026. So this is going to be a progressive transit for you. But now, in May, you will get a taste of what is to come, what's on the way. And I want you guys to really pay attention to what is happening in your relationship life this month, because it's going to set the tone for the transit in an interesting way. I will tell you guys that personally, in my birth chart, I have Uranus on the seventh house cusp, which is also the descendant. Okay, so for me, in my natal promise, my horoscope, I've got it there all the time for all of my life. So I very deeply understand this transit and what you're about to go through. Okay, I can promise you that there will be chaotic, unpredictable changes in relationships for you. Business, personal. I can promise you that the reason why they're happening is because you're stuck in a rut, whether you believe it or not. For some of you, this will make you come alive again in relationships. For others of you, it will require a breakup or a massive change in the dynamic of your relationship. I am not saying that every Scorpio watching this is about to end a marriage, is about to end a business partnership, or go through a significant breakup. Although it is highly likely that at some point over this transit, you're going to be woken up when it comes to relationship and what you need in relationship. And if you don't embrace the changes here, it will be thrust upon you. Okay, remember, I live with this energy. I'm intimately familiar with it. When I was married, my marriage suddenly ended. This is Uranus, sudden ups and downs. Okay, when Uranus was activated by transit in my chart, I had a sudden breakup from a 9-year relationship after that marriage. Then I had a sudden whirlwind romantic meeting with someone, again, when Uranus was stimulated in my chart. So it can go either way. It can be, the sudden, oh my God, I'm in love with you, let's go get married in Vegas. But it can also be the sudden, who are you? You're not who I married. Why are you leaving me? What's going on? I don't understand. Okay? It could also be you, Scorpio, you saying, I can't breathe anymore in this relationship. I am suffocated. I am stifled. I need to express my individuality and independence again. I need something to change. And something will change. This doesn't mean that the relationship has to completely be severed. It does mean that you're going to require more space and freedom. For some of you, this could be a break. Maybe you decide to live separate and apart for a little bit. Maybe you decide that you're going to travel separately for a while, or one of you is going to start traveling more for career opportunities to give you that breathing space, that breathing room. Okay, these are some possibilities. For others, this is suggesting an invigorating, exciting, out of the blue business partnership opportunity that would be Uranian in nature. Okay, so Uranus rules technology. Uranus rules astrology, metaphysical sciences, and not religion, science. It rules sciences. Okay, so something unusual will be attached to this partnership with the opportunity. Now, for you guys, Uranus is going into your 7th house of partnership, but it happens to rule your 4th house of home, family, and real estate. So this is an added layer of an indication that there's something changing for you in partnership matters connected to home. Maybe you decide to buy another place and you guys do live separate and apart for a little while. Maybe there's going to be a sudden shift for your partner with family matter. This could also be some changes with real estate, maybe a business partnership where you go into real estate ventures together. I will tell you that for May, even if it doesn't feel positive, it is positive energy, because on the same day as Uranus going into your 7th house, a new moon happens in your 7th house saying it's time for a fresh start. We need a new beginning. There has to be a new path. That new path will be the road less traveled for you guys. It will be something different, something that you have not done before with this relationship. And resisting it is pointless. It really is. So be open to knowing that changes that will occur for you in a partnership are ultimately serving the next phase of soul growth that you are meant to have. Whether this is an exciting new partnership for you, whether this is a sudden change in the dynamic of your relationship so that the both of you can honor each other's individuality more. Okay, all interesting lessons for you. Now, aside from this Uranus transit, Scorpio, on May 16th, Mars, your co-ruler, okay, the planet of assertive drive and energy, will actually enter your 4th house of home, family, and real estate. And Mars is going to remain here for an unusually long stretch of time because on June 26th, he'll go retrograde. But for now, with Mars in your 4th house, there could be some family conflict. There could be some disagreement about a family matter or a real estate matter, maybe about a move. Maybe you're doing some construction, renovations around the house. I always recommend that you use this type of transit in that proactive way to discharge the potential for family conflict and fighting, okay? Because Mars is that warrior planet, and Mars wants to get things done. And so if you're involved in a physical project at home, or if you are doing something entrepreneurial from home, that discharges the energy. Also, again, any kind of construction renovation, really good to do that during a Mars 4th house transit. This is another energy that I have in my chart all the time. I have Mars conjunct my 4th house cusp in my birth chart in the sign Cancer. And so I am the home entrepreneur. I work from home. I discharge the energy there as much as I can. But of course, if you're meant to go through some kind of family conflict, you will start to see that happening in the middle of the month. It will be a dynamic month for you, Scorpio. It's not going to be a quiet month, that's for sure. Okay. Now, the Last thing that I'll mention is that on May 29th, there's a full moon that will occur in your second house of earned income. And full moons don't always symbolize endings. They do always symbolize illumination and awareness. So there could be something about your security buttons that are being pushed at the very end of the month, connected to your earning potential, connected to where your money is going. This could be, it could feel almost like a money drain for some of you. If you have children, especially, there might be a big expense with a child coming up. And that could literally be what this transit is for you. So it's not as big of a deal as the Uranus transit or even the Mars transit that I've talked to you about, but it is happening at the very end of the month. It could be a financial fulfillment for some of you, where you are really seeing your worth and ready to kind of cultivate a talent and put yourself out there in order to market yourself in a new way. And that could be a positive energy for you. So Scorpio, take a deep breath. You will get through this. Uranus can be destabilizing, chaotic, and not exactly welcome, but I promise you, you're going to come alive in a way that you didn't know you needed to, but you do need to. The universe says so. See you next month.